I'm Hernando County Sheriff Al Nienhuis with another segment of our new video series. These videos will be less than 5 minutes each, and they'll be discussing some of the broad issues tackled by a law enforcement agency. Please follow our Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified of upcoming videos. Also, since every situation is different, has an infinite number of variables, these videos are for general information only and may or may not apply to a specific situation. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about trespassing. On the surface, this topic may sound very simple, but in reality, it can be very complex and very confusing to the average citizen. If someone is in your building or on your property, sometimes it's automatically a crime. Other times, the owner will have to ask the person to leave, meaning they can only be arrested if they refuse to leave or if they return in the future. Lastly, there are times when it is not an arrestable offense and you will need a judge to order them to leave the property. Now, as you might imagine, we can't cover all this in 5 minutes, so it's best to call the sheriff's office regarding your particular situation. If you're not satisfied with the information given by a deputy or their supervisor, most attorneys will briefly review your situation without charge if you feel you might need a second opinion. Now, when is it automatically unlawful? Well, it's obvious that if a stranger intentionally enters your house uninvited, even if he or she doesn't intend to do anything else wrong, he or she is trespassing. There are also other times when it's automatically illegal, like entering fenced property or property that has been properly posted with no trespassing signs. Sometimes a person has to be asked to leave and told never to return before trespassing becomes unlawful. If the person refuses or they come back sometime in the future after they've been warned, it then becomes a crime. Now, this frequently happens with a business that is open to the public or when a homeowner is entertaining for the evening. It's important to remember that if you allow the person back on your property, it can make future prosecution more difficult. This is because the trespasser will be able to show in court that the owner was inconsistent and confusing. Consistency in never allowing the person back makes it much easier to prosecute for future violations. Now, still other times, it requires an order from a judge to remove a person from your property. This often occurs when a guest is allowed to stay at your property and the guest has overstayed his or her welcome. Now, there is no way to deal with all the what ifs and the yes buts in a 5-minute video. Just keep in mind that if you allow someone to be a guest, the longer that person stays, the more likely your property will become his or her residence, and the more likely you will need to go through the eviction process to have that person or that business removed from your property. Now, that's even if you don't charge rent. It's important to call law enforcement the moment you find somebody trespassing. If the trespass requires a warning and you want to give law enforcement the ability to do something, remember that you will be required to ask the person to leave and to never return. If you own a business or you own vacant property and you would like to give law enforcement the ability to trespass on your behalf, contact my office at 352-754-6830 and ask for a community-oriented policing and problem-solving unit. We also know them as COPS. I hope you found this video informative. Remember to follow our Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss upcoming videos. If you'd like to learn more about the great things going on every day, I would invite you to attend our free Citizens Academy. A link with more information is listed in the narrative of this video. As always, we appreciate the overwhelming support we receive from the community, and we never take it for granted. Thank you.